Leo, how's it going? I was actually going to say Mother's Day. I don't know why. It's not Mother's Day. But I feel like it's a reading involving a mother. Oh, saying mother just brought me to this movie called The Peanut Butter Falcon. Actually, I swear I saw Saltwater Redneck today at my work. And Peanut Butter Falcon is about a Down syndrome boy who wants to become a wrestler. And he watches this tape from the 80s over and over and over again about how to become a wrestler. And then he breaks out of his resident living to become a wrestler. And then he hooks up with a bunch of people along the way. And the message actually that I'm getting is he wants, what the fuck? Well, they just call him the Peanut Butter Falcon. I forget what his name is, but eventually they call him the Peanut Butter Falcon. But he thinks he has to be evil because he thinks that his parents threw him away because there was something wrong with him, like he was evil. So, Zach, that's his name. So he thinks that he has to be evil. And Shia LaBeouf, I forget what his character is called, but he's like, why do you think you have to be evil? And he's like, because nobody wants me. So he thinks he's evil. And like, if you think about it, a lot of kids turn evil when their parent gives them up or disappears, right? That child thinks that they've done something wrong for that adult, for that parent to leave, because your parent is not supposed to leave you, right? I'm sorry for punching the camera. I mean, this channel is basically trauma and tarot. There's a lot of trauma that comes out on this channel. And it comes out because people are so scared of their trauma and they're scared of their PTSD. They're nervous about the elephant in the room. All right. Oh my gosh, I have Jimmy Eat World in my head. Oh, sweetness. I just can't stop singing it. It just is good. It's like putting me in the best mood. Wow. I love singing. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I like walk around my work and I just sing. People are just staring at me and I'm like, ah. You have to enjoy your life, man. Like, you just, if people stop and stare at you, wave to them. You know, like, honestly, there was this time I was singing in my car so loud that this guy was trying to get my attention beside me, and I didn't realize that it was somebody that I knew, and he was like, hey, remember when I was driving down the highway and you didn't pay attention to me for like 10 minutes? And I'm like, yeah, because I was singing in my car. I just thought this guy was just driving the same, the same speed as me. Why am I going to look over? And he was like, Whitney! And I'm just like, just singing my heart out. Like, singing just makes you feel good, okay? So sing, feel good, release some energy. The Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry. The Lovers and the Seven of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. Honestly, it is the Seven of Cups for a reason, but the thing is that when I see the fish, I see like plentiful, right? Like when you think of the fish, you've got to always think of, I'm sorry, you don't have to, I do as a reader. When somebody says, would you rather have the fish or the fishing pole? right? Was you either learn how to fish or get given a fish, right? And that's the thing, is because if you get given a fish, sure, yeah, you can eat. But if you learn to fish, you got fish for life, right? So I don't know what this has to do with, like, Seven of Cups with the Lovers. I think that somebody could be confused. Like, maybe you're a really good looking guy or a really good looking girl, and you got money, you got friends, and you've got, at that point, a lot to choose from. What you got to remember, if you got a lot to choose from, then you're lucky, because some of us have nothing to choose from. Count your blessings. Just remember that don't take what you can buy. Take what you can work with. Right? Like, I mean, put it this way. If I had two dudes standing in front of me, and one guy just saw me as an object, and the other guy was like, I like everything about you, we could do everything together, and they were like 7 out of 10 attracted to me, and I was 7 out of 10 attracted to them, but we could do everything together, that's completely different than dating that person that just has a hard on for 5 seconds, right? Because sure, looks can last, but they also fade. Like, I didn't see this guy for 2 years. That's all it took, 2 years. And he decided to start taking this ketamine drug, and his looks deteriorated so fast that when I saw him 2 years later, I was like, you're disgusting. Like, he was just like, he looked malnourished. His hair had fallen out. He used to have a 6-pack and he was just like all sunken in. His was white as a ghost. You could just tell he was like, the life had been sucked out of him. And I was like, yo, it's only been 2 years. How could you have changed that much? Like, he was a smoking hot dude before. Like, he was a skateboarder. So he was just ripped from head to toe. And like, beautiful facial hair and beautiful head of hair, and then to sunken in face and thin hair that I could like see his scalp. He used to have this beautiful hair before his like scalp, and it was like, no. If I even touch your fucking energy anywhere, you're gonna fucking siphon off me. Like, he was dead man walking. Okay? So think of it that way. Like, I don't know, think of it that way. I don't know. Maybe think of it that way, maybe don't think of it that way. I don't really know. Page of Wands and the Star. So, I think what maybe is happening here is, this is an etheric card. So, this is the ether speaking to you right now. Okay? The unicorn in this card, okay, is strategically in the world he needs to be in, okay? But when you see this darkness, okay, it's like something could help somebody get out from something and put into the spot they're supposed to be, right? Like, maybe with this whole 7 of Cups, like, maybe once you set your mind on what you want, you manifest it. So if you say, okay, listen, I got 4 people around me that I want to date, and, or 4 characteristics, I don't know how the fuck, that's not even right. I know it's not right by saying it. I guess this Page of Wands is almost like, make a list of what you want, not what's around you. Because it can always be grass is greener on the other side. Like, if you have a great job, but then you're still looking for another job, or you've got a great partner, but you're still looking for another partner. It's like, once you realize what you want, you manifest it. So, get this. One time I was told, with a job that I took, I didn't realize I had the job because they emailed me and I never checked my email at the time. She put me on the schedule for 2 weeks and she didn't even know if I took the job. So when I took the job, everyone was like, oh my God, you're Whitney? You're the one that didn't reply for 3 or 4 days to the, and then one girl was like, she manifested you. She manifested you. She put you on the schedule and you didn't even respond to the job yet, but she put you on the schedule. So she knew that I was supposed to take that job. But here I was still applying. I was still going to interviews. I was still fucking lost. And little did I know that that lady had already put me on the schedule for the future that I was extremely worried about. Okay? Why I say that is because now we move to the Emperor with the 9 of Swords. See how these mofos are looking at each other now? So, with a rabbit, the 9 of Swords is about anxiety. If you think about a rabbit, okay, think about how it moves. Like, if you get near a wild rabbit, if it even senses that you're near it, it's gonna fucking take off. Because it's nervous, it's anxious, it has no idea what you're gonna do. So it just fucking, bing, gone. Yo, those things move so fast, okay? You never catch a rabbit. So, with the Emperor, okay, so think of it that way. An Emperor is nailed down, not really going anywhere, okay? In their life and their structure, infrastructure, whatever it is that they've created, an Emperor is in his shit, okay? In his game, 100%. But why does this Emperor want to run? Why is this Emperor, when they see something, they get so fucking scared that they take off so fast, right? So it's like, I think the universe is like, yo, you have to realize how to slow down. If you want something, you can't be booking it away and running away that fast, because what is that going to say to people? It's almost like this person does it so obvious and they need to like slow down. If this is what they want, if they're looking at something or if they're trying to narrow something down on what they want, then they have to realize, shit, I'm going to have to stop then. I'm going to have to nest. I'm going to have to chill. I'm going to have, like elk, man. Yo, you know how slow they move? They are not moving fast. And they're in a whole herd of things, right? So they're in a whole herd of elk. They don't move fast. They don't do anything fast. They're usually just grazing. So that's kind of like the thing, you know, like you're either one way or you're the other. You're either just grazing and you're hanging, or you're booking it and you're running away. Fucking 5,000, right? So the last card is the Ace of Swords. So honestly, dragonflies, they used to be so attracted to this car that I had. I had this orange car for a while. It was a convertible. And I swear every time I lived in a place called the Kawartha Lakes. So it was just like lake after lake after lake, like holy bugs, like bugs everywhere, but so many lakes, so beautiful. And I swear every time I went to go drive my car, there were 5 or 6 spider webs on it and dragonflies on it every fucking time. Usually orange. I don't know if it was because my car was the same color as them. I have no idea, but they were usually fucking orange. And I'm trying to figure out what it is saying to me right now. Because the Ace of Swords is always about crystal clear. As you can see, clarity, right? Crystal clear, something coming in clear. And I think that that's a lot to do with you and your mind. Clearing your mind is a huge, huge possibility in order to get this message to come through. I don't know what it is that you've got to clear, but I do think that something is clouding you, and I think that it's clouding you, and that's why you get so scared and you run away. And that's the thing, is like, it could be something like you push people away And then once they leave, you blame it on them. And that's a defense mechanism. You're in trauma. And when people love you, who truly love you, that try to get into your life, you push away because that trauma is never going to let anybody come near you until you address it. If that's the case with somebody. Because something is definitely clouding your judgment. And maybe you have been single for a while and you just date. But you keep having to repair yourself. So the world is like, why keep repairing yourself when you're healed? And if you just ground yourself, it's like, I'm not even going to say it's about being scared. It's not about being scared. It's not about that. It's about safety. It's about loyalty. It's about trust. It's about trust. I think getting yourself out of a very dark place where maybe you're just using your body, or, you know, you're just using other people's bodies. You know, my ex-boyfriend's mother once said to me, classy lady, she said, me and this guy, we had often, you know, on and off relationship, on again, off again, on again, off again. And his mom's name was Debbie. Oh, a fucking Deb. Sorry if your name's Deb. I just had the worst experiences with them for some reason. And she goes, she was dropping off something at the house and I was the only one there. And me and him had just gotten back together. And obviously this was like the first time I saw her. And I was like, oh, hi, Deb, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, I guess you guys are back together again. Yeah. And she goes, yeah, you know, he always just loves a nice warm body beside him at night. And then walked away. And I was like, okay. So I'm just a warm body to lay beside your son at night? Like, did you really just fucking say that to me? Like, but people say I have anger issues. And I have the big mouth. And I'm like, you wouldn't believe the things that people have fucking said to me over the years. And I'm like, yo, I would never say that. Why do I get pegged as like such an asshole when like I don't even do anything? And I watch these people like murder people's lives and they're all just like, hey, how's it going? On Friday night. And I'm like, yo, really? I thought you guys last week were like fucking each other's girlfriends behind each other's backs and you found out now all of a sudden you're fucking best friends again? And no one's talking to me because I noticed it. Like, honestly. It's so funny. Oh. Okay, back to the reading. Whoa, I was spinning. Whoa. Oh my gosh, this Jimmy Eat World song. I'm not gonna lie, I might get it into your head. I have a tendency to do that. And then I know when people watch my readings, because the song that I mentioned in the reading will come into my head. And I go, oh, someone's watching that reading. I know it because now they got that song in their head and they're projecting it to me. Honestly, listen to that Jimmy Eat World song. If you haven't heard it for a while, it's going to put you in such a good mood. Like, I am in a good mood, so, like, I don't really know what this reading is about, but, like, I'm not getting a bad vibe. Oh, okay. Oh, found you. Look at that. I saw that line in my fucking third eye last night as I was closing my eyes to go to bed, and it scared the shit out of me, but in such a nice way. You know, I am, what I'm getting from that, from the Strength and Six of Pentacles, is like, you might be scared of things that grow slow. Like, maybe your confidence isn't that high, so you look for things that grow fast. You look for things that grow fast. Right? Maybe that's what the Six of Cups is about, or Seven of Cups is about. Looking for things that grow fast as opposed to things that last. And like, the world is like, honestly, you can really learn something and overcome the fear of slow growth. Right? Because that's slow, like, slow growth is how things work. Like, you have to bring it back to, like, to a seed, to a seedling. Like, those plants, they grow so slow. Right? Plants aren't equipped to grow fast. They have to give them hormones and steroids to grow fast. You know, I think it's, what are we at? Okay. I think it's other people's words, things that have hurt you, that are causing this no direction. Or not that it's no direction, it's just direction pending every time. Direction pending. Direction pending. Because if it can't go fast, then it's like you don't want to do it. If it's a long-term goal thing, I don't think you want to do it. I think that's what scares you, is the long term. I think that's what it is. It's something long term scares somebody. And it's not that it scares them, it's just makes them nervous to have something in the works for so long and then not work out. Because it's almost like you're like, well, I don't want to put effort into something if it's not going to work out. But it's like, we never know if something's going to work out or not. But you might as well put your best effort towards it regardless, because it's an experience no matter what. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I mean, put it this way. I get fired from every job I've ever had. Okay? Every job. They find a way to fire me. And so I've come to this point where I'm like, man, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Always. Because it always happens. Somebody always fires me. But I'm still going to put my 100% into every job that I have, regardless if these motherfuckers are going to fire me or not. Right? Like I'm never going to not give the effort just in case it's not going to work out, because then I'm setting myself up to fail. if I don't know if it's going to work out or not, because what if I don't like it? Like every job that I take, I'm like, yo, we're dating. Like the interview is the date, okay? It's the blind date. And then whether or not you two like each other, then you start dating, and the commitment doesn't come until the 3 months is done. Right? Like, 'cause it's like a 90-day probation period. But it's like anywhere in between those 90-day probation days, right? Anybody could just walk off the job. Like, you could just choose to leave, or your boss could be like, get the fuck out of here. Because there's no contract there. There's no commitment there. Right? So it's like, why would a job be any different? Or why would a job and a relationship be any different, right? Why should they be any different? I don't think they're any different. I mean, everybody, honestly, I watched so many fucking movies where these women are bitching that their men aren't there because they gotta go work, and men are like, well, I gotta work. Yeah, okay, they're clearly, men are abusing their time at work, okay? But these women also want their men making money and still being at home. Well, you can't. How are you supposed to be at home if you want them making money? Then they got to be out making money. How are they supposed to be home? Right? So, I don't know what that's about. And my boss and I actually talked about this. We never talked about it, but we, for some reason, talked about it today about overtime. I don't like overtime because overtime, they cost you more money. The government taxes it more. So, my work is the kind of place that's like bank your hours. So if you go over 8 hours, you just bank them and you put them on a different day, right? Why am I talking about that? Oh, okay. Well, in that message, it could kind of be like, banking hours. I think what the world is trying to say is no matter what happens, something still builds. Like credit gets built or hours get built or something. I don't know. There was like going to be this whole other message I thought was going to come out with the hours thing, but now that's different. I don't know why. The message just all of a sudden changed. Like right away. And now I don't remember it. And I don't want to spend too much time on it because we're running out of time. But I think no matter what, I think, I don't know, something about effort, putting an effort in something, and somebody doesn't want to do something if it's not going to pay out. But I think no matter what, there's no hours lost. There's no overtime that has to be done. Everything's on equal grounds. There's like some type of trust there. I don't know. I don't know. It's like that message just gone and left me. Just gone and left. Oh, why? I think those are way too many cards. Okay. Ten of Swords in reverse. Son of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yes. Moving fast is going to kill it. Okay. I don't know. We got to speed this up. I don't know what's going on, but if it goes too fast, it's going to kill it anyway. So someone's like, yo, if you can't commit to a dating period, then moving too quickly is going to kill it. So if you can't do a dating period and you think you can rush a relationship for some reason, thinking that it's not going to work out or something, it ain't going to work out, okay? Rushing it is not going to work out. So, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, a lot of money. Don't be worried about money. Money moves slow. Maybe you can't make any money with this person. I don't know. But it looks like a couple job opportunities are coming in. The Sun is there. The Ace of Cups is there with the 8 of Wands. So something moves fast, a gift is given, and balance occurs. And I almost think this is always talking about when a butterfly flaps its wings, on the other side of the world, a tsunami occurs or something, right? So it's all about the balance of something. So I don't know. There's a lot to be built here. That's what I think. There's a lot to be built here. So if you don't know what direction to go in or how to move, it's like, don't let your heart stop you. Put the effort into something, even if you don't know if it's going to work out, right? Don't let money stop you. Don't let money be the thing that you're like, well, like, is this all going to be about money? No. Okay? No. Money moves slow, but there's an idea there. Okay? There's an idea there. And then there's a nest egg that gets built. Okay? So the balance comes because the sun is there. So the sun is there to grow the pentacles. And somebody really gets a cup of what they want, or they give a cup to somebody, and that kind of happens lightning fast. Something happens really quick, okay? And once it happens, don't move quick through it. Because if something sparks quick, it doesn't mean that it's going to go quick. But something happens quick. This Ace of Cups comes in fast. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. That was a long reading, but a good one. So, I hope it resonates. Leo, if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. You can see it in the description box below. You can also go to the About section on this channel, and that gives the readings that I do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Have a great one. Good day, good night, good evening. Take care. Love each other. Peace.